What's up, everybody? It's your boy Will Carter and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. Before we go any further, if you guys have not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button and hitting that bell notification icon so you get alerted each and every time I make an upload. And if you guys want to check me out off of YouTube, go over to my Instagram page at I'm Will Carter and follow me there. Don't forget, at I'm Will Carter. It's spelled exactly how it's pronounced. You can also find a direct link to my Instagram in the description box down below. Easy convenience. It's a very common drill, bitch. For today's video, we are doing something I never thought I would ever do in a million years. We're doing a mukbang. We're doing a seafood boil, Cajun seafood boil mukbang. Ciao. I got my Dr. Pepper's, straw, scissors. I know you've seen these same scissors in so many videos and they've been used for everything, but I washed these, so calm the fuck down. Gloves, even though these come with gloves, but the gloves that they give you are so like flimsy and they're not like, I can't eat this without like tight fitting gloves. It just doesn't work for me. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh. I always opt for Cajun because it's just like, I feel like you can't do anything else if you're doing a seafood boil. And then I always go for hot because you can get like mild, medium, hot, and then spicy. Spicy will have me dead. And then I like to always put it in the tray because I just find like it's easier to eat like that. Oh my God. Oh, look at. In this little, so good. In here, it's, oh, that's hot already, bitch. There's mussels, clams, corn, broccoli, potatoes, shrimp, crawfish, which don't kill me, but I honestly really don't eat these. I literally throw these out. Crab legs, and then lobster. But I don't even know, I'm just gonna start and I'm just gonna dig in, bitch, cause, Hold on, where's the crab? So I thought that it would be really interesting to talk about or share with people a little bit of info on why I don't talk to my parents. I feel like the parent topic is always something that's like really sensitive. I mean, not for me, honestly, but in general, it is, especially for people who have like a, not so good relationship with their parents. It's usually like a very sensitive topic for like, people. And even for people who have good relationships with their parents, it's sensitive for people to listen to people talk about not having a good relationship with their parents. Because I think for them, it's kind of like hard for them to listen to people not have a good opinion about their own parents because they can't imagine thinking about their own parents in that way. I don't have a relationship with either one of my parents, both my mom and my dad. Sort of for the same reason, but then kind of like not for the same reasons. My mother, I haven't spoken to her in 9 years. My father, I don't have a relationship with him either, but I have spoken with him more recently only because he's tried to be a facilitator of the family kind of getting back together, but failed miserably just because he's not a good person. The easiest way to do this is to kind of like go one parent at a time. So I'll just start with my mom. We had a really rough childhood because our parents had a really hard time being adults. Neither one of them were able to keep the bills paid. Constantly had like Con Ed cutting the lights off. So we spent a lot of time with like living off of candles. There were many parts of my life where like we had candles all around the house and we all huddled up in one room so that we didn't need so many candles to light the whole house. And all while that's going on, we're like 6 months behind on rent. And then eventually that would turn into landlords kind of throwing us out. They thought the smartest idea, rather than just taking us to relatives who could provide for us, they thought it'd be better to bounce around from broke ass people homes to broke ass people homes. because that makes sense. It got to a point where I think desperation kind of took over for my parents. And they were like, you know, we're kind of sick and tired of this. So you would think when you reach that point in your life of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, you would adult up. And I know I'm going to start with my mom, but I have to lay out the foundation. What they decided to do was become drug dealers and sell drugs. Like heavy shit. And that didn't even really pan out very well either, because they weren't even selling enough to keep that rent paid, and we were living out in a motel, and they were selling drugs out in the motel, and eventually, you know, they got caught and they ended up getting arrested, and then we ended up back with relatives anyway. This was probably, I was like in the 4th grade when that happened, when my parents started selling drugs, both of my parents together. And it was a really scary time in my life too, because again, I was in the 4th grade, and I was there when they arrested arrested my mom. However, I got older, went off to college, but I stayed home. And as I got older, that's when me and my parents' relationship started to deteriorate. That's when I noticed that my mother may have felt like a great deal of her life was out of her control. And I think she attempted to substitute that lack of control of her entire life, though partially self-induced. I think what she did was try to find that control in her children. When, you know, we became adults, it was just, you know, it was different. We started to have our own opinions. We started to have our own perspective on life. We started to have our own thought process. We didn't see things the way my mother saw things anymore. I didn't see things the way my mother saw things anymore. And I started to speak up. I don't agree with this. I think this is the wrong thing. I don't want to do it this way. You know, I'm not a baby anymore. And I don't think that this is right for my life. I don't want to do it this way. And I think that that little sense of control of her life, which was her kids, which was the only thing she might have felt that she ever had control over in her life since coming to this country from Jamaica, I think she, you know, lost it. I don't think she knew how to handle that. And I think that my mom, because of her very toxic relationship with my dad, she only had one method of getting her way, which was reacting in extreme anger and being malicious and volatile and nasty and just hateful and vindictive. And it would work on him. I didn't have those feelings, so when she was doing certain things and she was acting out, it didn't work on me. It just made me pull away from her more. And when that didn't work, her being angry, and I think that she thought that, like, okay, I have to take it to the extreme. So whenever she wouldn't get her way, and whenever I wouldn't follow her lead on certain things, she started to attack me. She started to attack my sexuality. She started to, when she would get angry, she would call me a faggot. But she would call me every gay slur in the book. One time she told me to go choke on a dick and die. I was like, damn bitch, you mad. And it was hard because in the beginning I knew that, like, at first it may not have been about me. And it just was just unfortunate that whatever she was going through at the time and not knowing how to navigate through it, I just happened to be collateral damage. But I was just so young and it just was too heavy. You know, I just couldn't handle it. It was just too heavy after a while. It got to a point where I didn't love her anymore. I just didn't, you know? And that's the truth. Like, I really just didn't love her anymore. I was like, who is this fucking lady? I don't fucking like her. And same thing with my dad. But I think I'll save my dad for like a different video because that's a longer story, I think. I kind of shut down and, you know, while I was living with my parents because I just couldn't do it anymore. I just felt like the way everybody was treating me was just so bad. Well, the way she was treating me was really bad. And by me shutting down, it turned into everyone now attacking me because I shut down. And everyone was just, you know, calling me this horrible, selfish person. You don't care about anyone in this house. You just mope around here. You act like you don't love anybody in here. I mean, just look at you, just go in your room and just lock yourself away. It's like, you know, we're just here trying to be a family and you just don't care about nobody. You just, you know, and it was just so painful to hear them say that to me, because it was just like, how come no one even thinks for a second to just ask me why am I this way? You know, like I didn't just wake up and decide to just be very distant from you. Like I just didn't just happen by accident. You know, like you guys did something, both of you, you know, and it really started with you, Mom, you know, like, but it's like she completely forgot the torture she put me through. Literally, it was like she completely forgot about it, and she just made it seem like I just woke up one day and just stopped loving her. You don't love me, and I'm your mom. And I'm just like, girl, did you forget everything that happened between us? When I was 18, 19, now I'm 20 and 21, and I'm just over it because I done went through 2 years of hell with your ass. And I'm being beat up mentally, emotionally, and spiritually by the both of you because I've shut down. It was just so much hell. It was like there was nothing I could do. My mother couldn't take it anymore. She couldn't handle me being distant from the family and not caring about anybody. So she asked me to leave home. I didn't protest. I was 21. I didn't protest it. I didn't fight against it. I didn't go back asking why. I think I did ask why because I was like real confused. But I was like, okay, that's fine. It is what it is. No big deal. I was like, bitch, I don't like your ass anyway. That's the truth. That was August 2013. That was the last time I spoke to my mother. I'm not mad anymore about what happened 9 years ago. And even what happened 10 and 12 years ago, because that's when it really started. Because I'm 30 now, you know, like, I don't care. I don't need you to apologize for those things because I've already forgiven you. You know? My life isn't about my parents anymore. You know, that's when we were a family, but we're not a family anymore. So that's where my relationship with my mother is. I don't want this to drag on too long. I don't know how long I've already been filming right now. If you guys actually watched this video, I do want to close this off with a really important lesson, and I hope that like you guys can walk away from this. Anybody who disturbs your peace has got to go, even if it's just temporary, and even if these people are just, you just got to put them on timeout for a little bit, even if it's a parent, because just because somebody gave birth to you doesn't automatically mean that they're good people, and doesn't automatically mean that they deserve a place in your life. And I'm living proof that sometimes the people who give birth to you are the ones who need the slice of humble pie. Matter of fact, don't eat a pie, eat the whole fucking cake. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Okay, these gloves are really making me mad. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, make sure you are subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell notification icon. You want to get alerted, and go over and follow me on my Instagram page at I'm Will Carter for all things my life as Will Carter. And with that all being said, I hope you guys have a beautiful good morning, a beautiful good afternoon, and a beautiful good night, whichever part of the world you are living in. I shouldn't do that. My hands are messy. Goodbye. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.